welcome to Beaverdale Books. Thanks so much for joining us on this kind of rainy afternoon, but we're going to have a great time. Before we begin, I want to mention a couple of upcoming events. We are recognizing Banned Books Week with the Des Moines Public Library Author Series hosting Amanda Jones. She wrote that librarian, and she's going to be at Drake University on Wednesday at 7 p.m. That's in the Olmsted Center. Then we also have our third annual Banned Books Festival on Saturday, October 11th. That's from noon to 5 p.m. We have a children's story time at 12:30. And that's all taking place at the Franklin Event Center, and it's a totally free event. We've got a couple of authors who are going to be speaking. We've got some people that are going to be reading some banned poetry, poems, and it should be just a great time. We also have some vendors that'll be there, and we will have a pop-up shop of banned books available. Then on October 14th, we have a very special ticketed event with the actor Nick Offerman. And he's going to be at Franklin Event Center. It's a family-friendly event. He is actually going to do a woodworking project from his book called Little Woodchucks. So that is a ticketed event. You can find all the details about all these events on our website, or pick up a flyer, or sign up for our newsletter. Just go to our website and sign up for the newsletter. So, on to tonight's program with an author you all know and love, I think. Lorna Stallman lives in Des Moines, but she grew up on a farm, which was a lot of hard work. I did too. But it's also a lot of fun.
It is.
Yes. She enjoyed helping with chores, even when it meant being chased by two incredibly rude sheep. Lorna tried to instill a love of country life in her two children, and is still a farm girl at heart. She likes to include animals in her stories, as you will notice, and she lives with two of her favorite animals, an English setter named Phoebe, and a ragdoll cat named Indigo. Please join me in welcoming Lorna Stallman.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm not too loud, not too soft. Okay. Thank you all for being here. This is incredibly humbling, and I'm ever so grateful for you to be here and just celebrate with me this day that I thought would never come. Honestly, these are my notes. I have notes over here, but so yeah, it's been a long journey, as many of you know, and it can be a hard journey, but just persistence pays off, and I have a lot of support from my family, who always is willing to read a really rough first draft of my stories and say, yeah, that's okay, and all my writer friends, the children's writers community, and especially my writers group, my monthly writers group, who these books are partly theirs as well, as they have helped me for many years just to refine and get things to where they need to be. So thank you to my group. So anyway, I appreciate, I know some of you came a very long distance, and I'm very appreciative of that. So we're going to do the readings of the three books here, and then we'll, if you wish to purchase a book, I'll sign and personalize it if you like, and then you can check out at the counter up there. So anyway, and there's refreshments, lots of refreshments, help yourself please, and there's some giveaways, some party favors, take those home, whatever you like. So anyway, I'm going to start with Klink. Klink is the one that, this is a story that I sent to a publisher in Australia in, hey, This is my son Danny. He's going to read a book, and this is my niece Teresa. She's going to read a book. And anyway, I sent it to them in 2021. In 2023, I got a message from them saying, would you still be interested in having this book published? And I'm like, 2 years later? That was like unheard of. And I said, yes, I absolutely would. So anyway, so this is, a couple of these are from the publisher in Australia, and then the other one is from a publisher in Arizona. But anyway, so this is Klink. So this is my first book that was accepted for publication. So, all right, I'm going to read Klink. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand. Deep in the woods lived an owlet called Klink, with his mother, his brother, and wee sister Tink. His big brother Dash was a daring young thing, and little sister Tink was a sassy fledgling. But shy little Klink was a jittery sort, a fretter, a chicken, a big worrywart. He worried about bugs and his wrinkly feet, about what to wear, and about what to eat. He lived in a nest perched up high in a tree, which left timid Klink fraught with such misery. He fretted about snakes, he fretted about bats, but what he fretted about most was cats. Dash loved his pirates and Tink loved her games, and calling poor Klink by untrue, hurtful names, like whimpery birdie and cowardly cat and crybaby owlet. Klink grimaced at that. Klink rolled his sad eyes, hung his soft downy head, and tried to ignore all the harsh things she said. I'm bold, I'm brave, I'm strong, thought Klink. His eyes filled up and blink, blink, blink. One night Mom hooted, I'm off to the store for grasshoppers, dragonflies, beetles, and more. So long, uttered Dash. Goodbye, murmured Klink. Whatever, said cheeky, uninterested Tink. Just as their mom flew away from the nest, Dash spread out his wings and he puffed up his chest. Avast, buccaneers, we be pirates all three. Come walk ye the plank of this jolly old tree. Aye, aye, said last Tink, you're first matey on board. She snapped off a twig and thrust forward her sword. But just then a creak and a groan and a snap. The branch tumbled down with a great mighty clap. Down and around went young Dash and poor Tink. Kerplop, kerplunk, kersplat, kerplink. I twisted my leg, I injured my wing. Flipping and flapping, they tried everything. Lad overboard and a wee lassie too, yelled Klink, who was part of this odd motley crew. He pondered and fretted, he worried and stirred. How could he help them, this scared little bird? Help, cried Klink. He flew about, he flapped his wings, his eyes bugged out. I'm bold, I'm brave, I'm strong, thought Klink. That's when he saw it. Slink, slink, slink. Oh no, wailed Klink, and he flew like a flash. He soared down to get them with clumsy panache. Grab hold, hollered Klink as he offered his feet. He watched the cat aim for its soon-to-be treat. Klink couldn't lift them, they dropped to the ground. The cat drew in closer with barely a sound. Hoo-hoo, hooted Klink as his call pierced the air, to startle that Tom with an ear-splitting scare. He fluffed up his feathers and mustered his might. He shot like an arrow that old cat in sight. Still, that old cat didn't flinch from its prey. Klink had to think quickly, no time to delay. I think I got the page here. Right. Blimey, yelled Klink. Run away, you cat, scat. Klink had turned into a smooth acrobat. He swooped and he swirled, he whizzed and he whirred. That's how he could help them, this brave little bird. The cat spun and scampered far into the night. Klink chased till he saw not a whisker in sight. Avast, buccaneers, we be pirates all three, called Klink from his perch nesting high in the tree. Ahoy, said Dash. Aye, aye, said Tink. Yo-ho, ye mates, called Captain Klink. The end. Thank you. Thank you. That was a fun one to write. They're all fun. There's a lot of work. So the next one, who would like to go next? Do you want to go next? You have the headset on.
Sure.
Okay, this is Broom-tastrophe, and this is one I wrote many years ago. It's been tweaked and changed and everything. But I didn't think it would ever see this form, but it did. This is my niece Teresa, and she's going to read Broom-tastrophe.
Okay, thank you. Okay. It happened each year on the Halloween night. 'Twas the Halloween ball filled with frightful delight. 2 witches prepared, for the big night was here. They scurried, they hurried, the hour drew near. What should I wear? Said witch 1 to witch 2. Wear black, said witch 2. That's what I'm going to do. Witch 1 fumbled through all her dresses of black, until finally reaching for one in the back. It was shiny and full, and the collar stood tall. The buttons spun round. She liked that most of all. This is it, she exclaimed in a shrieky high pitch. It had just enough flair for this finicky witch. They dressed all in black from their heads to their toeses, hair rumpled with spiders and warts on their noses. Just think, said witch 1, when I glide through the hall, I'll be wearing a crown. I'll be queen of the ball. So I must look enchanting, bewitching with charm. Oh, you will, said witch 2. Just wear cats on your arm. 1 snatched up 2 cats, and she placed them just so, till their hair stood on edge and their eyes had that glow. 2 witches primped till the mirror grew weary. It sighed, that is all, fading off into bleary. With leathery, pleathery boots to their knees, they wore black pointy hats and had breath like Swiss cheese. I'm ready, said 1. Right behind you, said 2. They hopped on their brooms, but 1 just went vroom, vroom. What is wrong with your broom? Said witch 2 to witch 1. You can't get it started? Can't get it to run? No, that isn't it, said witch 1 to witch 2. What is it? Said 2. What's the matter with you? 1 squinted and blinked, and she let out a sigh. I can't fly this broom. There's a twitch in my eye. Just fix it, said 2. Say some magical word. Oculara, said 1, but her sight was still blurred. Oh dear, said witch 2. What on earth shall we do? You could cast your own spell on your eye to be well, but if you dare should miss, then your whole head would swell. I could stir up a potion of non-twitching lotion with liver of frog and a hair from the dog, but then we'd be late to the Halloween ball. Or I could leave my broom here and hop on behind you. That's splendid, witch 1, and 1 seat became 2. So the witch made the switch to the other broomstick, but just then a snap and a whiz and a scratch. It was clear this old broomstick was holding too much. More power, yelled 1, but the broom wouldn't budge. It was stuck on the ground and in need of a nudge. 2 kicked at her broom. Oh gosh, goshnagit and snarl. The broom whirled around with its quills in a gnarl. See here, said the broom, I can't do this alone. I am sorry, said 2 in a pitiful tone. 1 felt her big night slowly fading away. She couldn't be queen of the ball on that day. One hung her head low and gave way to a frown. She started to cry and said, "There goes my crown." Just then, a thought stumbled into her head, and her frown turned around to a smile instead. "I have it," shrieked one. "I can tie broom to broom." They bound them together, split lickety-zoom. The broom spluttered and popped and then jumped to a roar. In the flash of a spell, they were ready to soar. "Hang on to your hat, one. Hang on to your breeches." They flew through the night filled with cackles and screeches. Spinning and flipping and trying not to fall, which one and which two were now off to the ball. The end.
I just want to say something real quick about that book. You want to hold it up a second, Teresa, and open it just, I don't know. In the back, there's a seek and find because the illustrations are so detailed. It was mentioned that to do a seek and find and see, how many things you can find within the book. So that's something fun for little kids. And also, there's a little rat and a lizard that have their own little story going on at the bottom of each page throughout. So if you did get this book and you read it, pay attention to the little lizard and the little rat at the bottom. So my son is going to read Sheer Magic. All right. And this is a book I started. I was a receptionist at Lexus, and I just sat there and should have been answering the phone probably, but this popped into my head. You got to write it down. You know what I mean?
So you got the green light on.
Testing. All right. Sheer Magic.
Lorna, he's going to need to scoot
Oh, yeah,
over
yeah.
a little bit.
A little here.
There we go. I have to pull it back. There we go.
Sheer Magic by Lorna Stallman. Piper gathered every ewe. All the rams were gathered too. Spring had sprung, and this whole crew was lined up for a new hairdo. Piper sheared them one by one till all their shaggy lambs were done. They bounced around in cheapest fun, but where was Pete, her little one? A snowflake tickled Piper's nose, an icy chill cut through her clothes. Surprise! A trickster storm arose, and white fluff covered Piper's toes. The barn was cozy, warm and dry. There tucked inside she caught Pete's eye. "Sweet Pete," she spluttered, "my oh my, your wool has puffed up strangely high." She sheared Pete's wool, oh what a chore, until her arms were oh so sore. She groomed her 2 times 3 and 4, until the shears could hold on no more. "Because I love you, precious Pete." The wool was curly more or less, and Piper sheared with some distress. Oh, what a mixed up tangled mess it was, until at last it popped and sprouted curly-cues, long and fast. It grew and grew. She rubbed her eyes, could this be true? Was her sweet Pete a magic ewe? So Piper shaved her like before, but now wool drifted to the floor. It grew and kinked and grew some more until it flat out blocked the door. It floated up the wall inside, across the ceiling long and wide. While Piper yanked it back she tried, Sweet Pete just took it all in stride. Piper grabbed some baling twine. "I'll tame this wool, Sweet Pete of mine." She wound it 7, 8 times 9, but Pete looked like a porcupine. Next, Piper grappled with the braid, but what a twisted heap she made. Instead of coiffed, Pete's wool was frayed, all jumbled, shabby, disarrayed. Piper tried to form a hat, Kaboing! It wasn't having that. She mushed it, squashed it, pushed it flat. But still it grew, and that was that. I still love you, precious Pete. So Piper worked to disentangle, sort through, manage, and unmangle. In a word, she tried to wrangle Purple Fleece from every angle. Just then, Piper realized the sheep outside weren't winterized. The cold had left them goggly-eyed and practically immobilized. Piper donned her thinking cap. Could she weave a scratchy wrap? Made from straw and old burlap, or sew them hats from hay and scrap? Piper hatched a far-out scheme that might have seemed a bit extreme. She swung her arms and gathered steam to bring it about to this newfound dream. She needed more? Oh, how absurd. Had she gone mad, her vision blurred? No, deep inside her something stirred, a voice, an itch, a quiet word. Piper grabbed her shears and then she ground her teeth and started in to groom that silly lamb again. But would it quit? She wondered when. Long and taut, it grew and grew, and Piper moaned because she knew just what she had to do. She had to shave that curly, woolly, magic crazy, long-haired, wacky, shaggy, purpley ewe. The time had come for her to stop. She had enough of Pete's wild crop. But Pete, oh no, her curly mop just kept on growing, wiggity wop. If Pete was now a magic ewe, then maybe magic words would do to tame this fleece that overgrew. And Piper grinned, she knew a few. Flabberty, gabberty, flippity, flog, bubbery, scubbery, rubbery, frog, stoppity, woppity, abracazog, fleecy, suspendo, the endo, bagog. But still, the wool grew to the floor. I just can't take it anymore. Please stop, I beg you, I implore. I love you, Pete. And it grew no more. Piper grabbed her needle stick and started knitting lickety-quick. Over under, clickety-click. Knit and purl, soft and thick. Exhausted, weary, it was done, but Piper beamed just like the sun. Because her Pete, the special one, provided coats for everyone. I do love you, little Pete. The end.
Thank you both for reading. I appreciate that. So does anybody have any questions or anything? Oh, yeah, Jenny.
I walked in a couple minutes late, so I don't know if you talked about this, but did you talk about kind of your journey to publication and how all this came about? Because you mentioned you wrote some of these years ago. So
Yes, and yeah, I've been through a lot of, I've been at this for probably close to 30 years with different conferences and classes and just all kinds of writing courses and things like that, and so it's been a journey. It's been a long journey, and it's like I could have written War and Peace by the time I got to one picture book done. It kind of seems that way, but yeah, it's just then I found somebody who really liked my work. And I think that's kind of it. You have to find the right, where it fits, and just the right publisher or the editor who thinks, yeah, this could be something. So, but yeah, and I was lucky that way, eventually. So yeah, that worked. Yeah, thank you.
Talk about working with the illustrator, because these illustrations are beautiful.
And I that was one thing I meant to mention early on is the illustrators they make the book. I'm not kidding you. The illustrators have done such an outstanding job. And they're from all over the world, these illustrators. And the books, any picture book or any children's book really wouldn't be what it is without the illustrators. They're the co-creators of these books. They are. 'Cause you can read the words, But if you can't see the pictures, it doesn't really, it's
How did you
fun.
work with them? Email?
Well, I should put this back on, but okay, the publisher in Arizona for Broom-tastrophe, they did Zoom meetings with myself and the illustrator and the publishers, the two editors that own the company. So that's kind of how we worked, and kind of put ideas back and forth that way. What I kind of saw, and of course they had ideas of their own. You just let an illustrator do their thing, and it's gonna be fantastic. Generally. So, but the other two, I wasn't. The illustrator does theirs, and then kind of when it's all done, the publisher sends it to you to review. Look over and they pick the illustrator. But you do get to approve that. So they try to fit the illustrator to the story, so they know what they're doing. They're better than I do. I like this illustrator, but maybe they aren't going to bring out that story that I really expected it to be. So yeah, no, that's a good question. Any others? Yes.
On the heels of that question, is there a particular illustration that you especially love? Do you have a favorite in there that just, when you saw it, you're like, oh.
Boy.
One of your favorites.
It's so hard to say. They're all just fantastic. I'm just blown away. I think one of my favorites is, it's in Broom-tastrophe. It's the one where the broom is. Stallman. Okay, where are we? Oh, I don't know. I think I passed it. But yeah, it's one with the broom where the broom has his quills in a snarl, and he's talking back to the witch, and which one, and I don't know. I can't find it now. But anyway, yeah, I'm just amazed at all of them. Oh, there you go. That one.
Wow.
This one right here. I for some reason I like that. I think I like the broom. Broom has a lot of personality. So, anything else? No. I'm happy to sign books here, and there's all kinds of refreshments. Please help yourself. We have many. Take some party favors. There's some little broom pencils, and there's little owl pens, and some stickers, and coloring pages the kids can take home, and just help yourself. Please make yourself at home. So, do we have somebody here? Oh, thank you so much, and I'm ever so grateful that you are all here. I truly am. This is a big day for me, and I just didn't think it would ever come. But thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.